Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the second war of season 19 here, and today for Loki is going to be facing iso8A. So I guess what ISO's strategy was to completely forego diversity in this war, probably because it's easy to get a mismatch. So if you have really brutal defenders, if you get a mismatch, you have a good chance of having defenders left up. So their map was pretty rough. I'm going to be starting off on path 7 here, and my first fight is going to be the Sym Supreme. He doesn't have much on him. I'm not going to gain power unless he uses a special, which is fine. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to start with a heavy, and you'll see, like, I couldn't get a parry off against this guy to save my life. Like, he was kind of pausing. Usually I can get one after I tap into the block, but not today, so that's fine. I'm just trying to stay close, finish with a heavy, and he didn't even get a chance to throw a special. So now I'm going to go ahead and change my masteries. I'm going to take off my bleed suicides, and I'm just going to leave on liquid courage. And I'm going to be fighting this rank 3 6-star void, and this is going to be buff and balance power drain, matador, and cold turkey. So basically, if I purify any debuffs besides void's debuffs, I'm going to take damage, but it's not a huge deal. So I did take this fight in the first war, but it was a rank 5 5-star instead of a rank 3 6-star. So I'm just gonna kind of try to keep degen on him, purify debuffs as much as I can, and also it should be noted that they're running stubborn. So Sym Supreme was not a stubborn defender, but Void is. So anytime that I use the dexterity mastery, he's going to go indestructible, and that's going to come into play later, but during this fight it's really not a huge deal. As soon as I get my degen up, he just absolutely melts. So here I'm kind of trying to manage the stubborn. I ran in a little bit early there. I'm going to go ahead and use my special 2 because I know that it has 7 hits, so it'll get me closer to purifying that debuff. So I purified it. I'm just going to stand close to him, and you can just see his health is just draining so fast. So, alright, I'm going to move along now, and I'm going to throw my suicides back on and heal up really quickly. And so this fight is the shared fight on the way to path 789, and it has encroaching, stun, stupefy, and power reserve, and it's a rank 3 6-star thing. So this is probably the worst fight I've ever had. I just completely lost control of the fight in general. So I know going into it that Omega's special 1 has 5 hits, his special 2 has 7 hits. So I'm trying to be sure that I do not get Thing over 10 rock stacks before the encroaching stun timer, but you can see I failed doing that, so I'm going to go ahead and bait out the special 1. I've got the timer coming up. I'm going to throw my special 1, and so far it's going really well. Right there I'm going to trigger stubborn. So I'm going to mistime that dash back. There goes one of my invulnerabilities. I've got 3. So here he's got 10 stacks. I was waiting, and yeah, Limber got me there. So there I knew that I had to get him away from me. And I was hoping that with the special 1 he wouldn't be able to punish. But now I'm trapped in the corner. He's going to throw his unblockable special 1. So I'm just waiting for the timer, and there I thought that I had mistimed my special 1, so I threw a second one really fast and just got absolutely pummeled. So that really sucks. First death um, with 4 Loki, but I'm just going to play this. I get to go back in and finish it, get my points for PR, and for some reason the end of this fight cuts out, but I did finish it. You can see I'm still at full health, so I don't really know what happened there. Okay, so I'm going to be moving along to path 8 here, and this is going to be buff imbalance, weakness, redouble determination, and heal block. So it's basically just going to give Killmonger, the only thing to really be concerned with here is the heal block and the redouble determination. So if I put a debuff on him, he's going to gain extra power, and Killmonger already does that anyway. So you just need to be mindful of that. And when he has the reverberation up, I'm just going to try to be careful. And he is a stubborn defender too, so you can see there that dexing is triggering his indestructible. So there we go. He's going to throw his special one. I'm just going to parry and heavy as much as I possibly can here. There, the limber almost caught me again, but I kind of had a feeling, so I was ready for it. Gonna go ahead and parry, and in the duels I got pretty okay about dodging out of specials without dexing. So here I'm gonna throw the special 3. I know it's not gonna heal me and it's probably gonna kill him, but I don't care. I'm just trying to get out of the rest of this war without dying. So okay, so that fight's over, went really well. Full attack bonus, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change my masteries again, and this is going to be to no suicides because I'm using Dr. Doom for this next fight, and it's going to have a heal block passive on it, so I don't want to be taking any extra damage. And this is going to be a rank 2 6-star Venom. He is a stubborn defender, and basically if he has more buffs than I do, I am going to he's going to be gaining power, 12% of a bar per second. So I'm going to use an advanced power boost here. You can see that I have, I'm full on them, and I didn't know how bad the power gain was going to be, so I threw this on so that I could just nullify his buffs right out of the gate. So you can see there, I went ahead and nullified his physical resistance. He's going to get another one. So I have a stagger on him now. I'm going to throw my special one to power drain him. So now he's at 1 bar of power. I'm going to block the first 2 parts of his special so I don't dex out of it. Heavy attack him. So now I've got another stagger on him. Got him over 2 bars of power, so I'm going to use a heavy and then my special 3. Probably should have sped the special 3 up a little bit, but okay, so medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium, special 1. So now he's below the power threshold again, and I'm going to heavy attack him, throw off a second special 3. So now I'm going to have 2 really big furies on myself, which is awesome, and since those count as buffs, I'm also going to be passively gaining power every second, so I didn't even have to throw off a special. That fight's over. That was pretty much perfect as far as playing Doom. That's like as good as I'm going to get at it. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to put my full suicides back on again. And this fight is super sketchy. So I don't believe I could have done this without an invulnerability boost, and I almost didn't use one. I almost used a power start boost to get to my special 3 faster and be able to power drain him. And you'll see I'm also going to go ahead and use mutant power boost and special boost to try to get to be able to cycle some special 3s. But you'll see it doesn't really work out that way. So this is going to be a rank 3 6-star Nick Fury. And basically it has kinetic transference, so when he hits my block, he's going to be gaining power, and then power from afar. So if I'm not standing right up next to him, he's going to have a power gain buff, and between those 2 things, Every time he throws a special 1, he is going to get to a special 3, or I have to trigger stubborn. So just watch, it gets pretty crazy. So here, even this isn't close enough, so I'm going to back up. I'm just trying to keep spores on him at this point. So I'm going to lock those in with my heavy attack. So this is the first special 3 I'm taking. I'm going to take no damage from this. And you can see he's already at 26%, so in theory it's going well so far. Got a good intercept there. Just going to stand close, hit into his block. And coming up here in a second, okay, so he went unblockable. I was trying to push him to a special 2, but between the power from afar, even with me dexing out of that, he still got to a special 3. So I didn't want to waste all of my invulnerability boosts yet. I knew this wasn't going to do damage to him, but I was trying to power drain him, which I do. So special 2 there. I'm going to go back up, and now he's unblockable, so I cannot take a blocked hit to remove stubborn. He throws his special 1, which gives him extra kinetic charges. Dex out of it, he's indestructible again, so now I'm trying to bait out this special 2. He doesn't want to throw it. Finally throws it, but now he's right back up to a special 1. So you can see I kind of got stuck in this loop, and when he has the indestructible, that also counts towards his life model decoy. Like, he doesn't lose his, he doesn't drop down to 30%. So here goes the second special 2. At this point, I'm just trying to get the heck out of this fight. So he's, you know, he's going to throw a heavy attack. That's great. He's unblockable again. I'm going to throw my special 2. I'm going to dash in. He dexes out of it, but that's not a big deal. And the spore damage kills him off. So, yeah, I don't think that I could have done that without an invulnerability boost, but I'm not really sure who could have done it instead. So, okay, last fight here. I'm going to have this Emma Frost. And this is kind of a boring fight. It's got rage on it, and she is a stubborn defender. So, basically, I don't want to use my specials because I don't want to trigger the rage, because the second that I trigger it, I'm basically going to be screwed for the rest of the fight because I can't take a blocked hit to remove it. So I'm just backing into my corner. I practiced this in duels a couple times. So I'm just going to try to lock in my spore damage, but this is a super long and annoying fight. So lock it in again. I'm just going to try to take a blocked hit. And this is basically the strategy. And since I'm not using specials, she's pretty much always going to be in diamond form, which sucks. So I can't like parry her and just stand close. So, in retrospect, I probably should have saved my heavies. But you can see the spore damage is doing about 1700 a tick when she's not indestructible. So I missed that heavy. I'm not sure what happened there. And here in a second, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump my power, but I'm going to make sure that I trigger stubborn first and get her to be indestructible. So I'm going to lock in the spores. She's indestructible right now, so I know that the special 3 will not trigger rage, which was the idea. And yeah, this is just me trying to dump my power so that I can hopefully parry her and play a little bit more aggressively. So you can see my basic attacks are not triggering the rage. Gonna parry her, lock in the degen. Okay, so that one did trigger rage. As you can see, she got a fury there. So now I'm kind of in a predicament where I can't stun her anymore, so I need to go ahead and get back to my corner. I could just trap her in her corner, but I want to get the degen on her for extra damage. So now I'm just going back. Gonna lock in those 4 spores, and you can see that from willpower it's only doing like 100 a tick to her. So there we go, 10 spores locked in. Need to get the stubborn off of myself. So this is just like, yeah, this was just kind of like a slog, a little bit of an annoying fight. So, alright, gonna lock those in again. Just block the specials. And yeah, spore damage killed her, so I guess it went okay. So that was my last fight of the war. We did end up losing this war. It was within 1,000 points, but their attack bonus, which was much higher than ours, and their diversity was much lower than ours. So, yeah, good job to both sides. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.